I'm Don Nelson. Here are your top headlines. Disgraced former state lawmaker John McGee is facing another challenge after Tuesday's election. After decades of deciding elections by who got the most votes, the city of Caldwell has suddenly changed how it does things. The city has officially asked the county clerk to conduct an unprecedented runoff election for Council Seat 6. Candidate Evangeline Beechler asked for the runoff after John McGee was declared the winner by the county earlier this week. Caldwell City Code says members of the City Council shall be elected by a majority of the qualified electors as established by Idaho Code. But City Code doesn't define exactly what a majority is. So the city consulted with the Secretary of State and the Idaho Attorney General's offices, who interpret the language to mean a candidate must receive more than 50% of all votes cast in order to win the election. On Election Day, McGee received the highest total votes, but it was 39%, falling short of a majority. Beechler received the second highest vote total at 31%, just 11 votes ahead of incumbent Chuck Static, who finished third. It was McGee's first foray back into politics after resigning from the Idaho legislature in disgrace in 2012 following a DUI arrest and sexual harassment allegations. Beechler and McGee will face off in the runoff election, although no word yet when that will be. Static could ask for a recount, but he tells 6 on Your Side he will not. The city of Caldwell says candidates who have won races in the past, despite not receiving a majority of the votes, held their offices legally because they took their offices in good faith under how officials understood the code to be at that time. Both the city of Caldwell and Canyon County spokespeople declined our request for on-camera interviews. John McGee has hired former Attorney General David Leroy to represent him. Leroy says McGee will be making a public statement Monday morning.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the On Your Side forecast.
Another nice day today. Temperatures warming up a little bit more than they had been. 60 today in Boise, got into the mid-60s to the west, and Burns today at 66 degrees. How about Stanley, Idaho? 61 after a low of 12 this morning. Now that was a chilly start to the day. What a beautiful change. Some high clouds drifting on through. There's not lots to talk about in the weather. As you notice, not too much has changed over the past several days. Blanket of moisture tracking way up into southwest Canada. A lot of snow will fall up northern sections here in these Canadian Rockies here, but that's it. We've got high pressure dry weather rerouting those storms through Canada and then down to the east, and this is going to stick around for some time. Eventually we'll get little ripples, and so little systems will kind of dip down just a little bit, and then another will kind of dip down and bring some colder weather into the Montana area and then shoot on off to the east like that. And so we'll get some clouds skirting across northern Idaho, central Idaho. That's about it. The coldest temperatures will be back east, and they're going to get worse. Their colder temperatures as we go through. 57, 58, 57, 58, 56, 57, 54. That is not much of a change for the entire week, but there's a 20% chance of moisture here next Friday. I don't think it's going to rain at all, but it does show that we're getting some cloud cover coming in, some systems trying to move in. We'll have more. Another update coming your way right here just a little bit later on.